Hello, it's Miss K again. I'm back with another testimony for today. I know I said on the last video that I would leave one, but things got delayed. So here I am. I'm going to give you another testimony about overcoming a snake. I was about 5 years old. Me and my family, my immediate family, moved from Alabama to Mississippi. My stepdad had got a new job. And also around this time, I had a sibling, is a little brother who was born. He was about 2 years old when we moved to Mississippi. And one day, me and my mom and my little brother were in the car. It was a two-door car. And I don't know where we headed, but I noticed that my mom and my aunt were in conversation, and my mom kept I was on my mom's side of the car. She was driving, and my aunt was on the passenger side, and my brother was behind my aunt. And I noticed my mom kept reaching down, scratching her leg. And we came to a stop because we were in traffic and we couldn't move. And she just kept scratching her leg, kept scratching her leg, and she thought it was a leaf or something that blew in the car window, but actually it was a snake. And so she put the car in park and jumped out, screamed, "Snake, snake." My aunt jumped out as well. My mom ran around to my aunt's side of the car. She slammed her side, her door, the driver door shut. And my aunt opened up she opened up the back seat to where she can get my little brother out, and then slammed the door shut. And everybody was in relief that they were in safety, except for me. I was left in the car for a few minutes by myself with the snake. And I was, yelling for help. And they eventually, were like, oh, get her out too. But it was just the fact that, in emergency, I was forgotten about. So long story short, a man heard all of the commotion, a man in traffic, and he jumped out of his car with a golf club, and he came, opened up the door, and beat the snake to death. However, what I do want to say is, although there was a snake in the car, I never saw it. I kept looking down at the floor at my feet to see if it was going to come towards the back seat, but I never saw the snake. And to be honest, I feel like God protected me from that snake because it was on my side of the car. And so I just, even though I had been forgotten about, God did not forget about me, is what I want to say. And it was an honest mistake on my mother's end, but it definitely, made me feel a way like my brother was more important. And I was easy to forget. So I do want to go ahead and go over a scripture with you guys. I always want to end things with a scripture because, like I said, even though I was even though I was in the car, a little girl, 5 years old, and faced this being alone with the snake, it never came near me. So the scripture that I actually want to read is actually it's going to be Matthew 28:20, and it says, "And remember, I am with you always to the end of the age." So even when, nobody else is around, and you may be facing tragedy, and you may feel like you are alone, God is always with you. He is protecting you from things that you can see and things that you cannot see. And so I hope that helps encourage someone today to know that they are not walking in this world alone.